Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. At kung bago ka sa channel na to, I am Za and this is Za Canada. Thank you sa lahat ng mga nag-subscribe sa akin and nag-comment and nag-like ng mga videos ko. Maraming salamat po. At kung hindi pa, mag-subscribe na po kayo. And in my channel, I normally talk about immigration updates, life of an early childhood educator here in Canada. Paano, syempre, pumunta dito sa Canada, viral videos at kung ano-ano pa. Today, we have a new topic because Canada just recently unveils a four-pronged approach redefining top picks for permanent residents through express entry. So, ibig sabihin, magkakaroon ng major redesign of how express entry works. And this is according to the proposal reported by CIC News. This is important because express entry is one of the Canada's major systems for managing economic immigration. So dito, kumukuha ng mga tao para maging isang permanent resident ang isang dayuhan or isang foreign worker or isang international student or yung mga taong nasa labas pa ng Canada. Okay? So, yan ang pag-usapan natin ngayon. Ano-ano nga ba yung mga posibleng pagbabago na mangyayari sa express entry? Yan ang pag-usapan natin. Panoorin hanggang dulo.
From islands to maple leaves, strength of a heart that believes. Goodbye to Manila, hello to the crisp air, taking a risk with a dream and a prayer. From bustling streets to the...
Unang-unang sa lahat, ano nga ba talaga ang express entry? Express entry is basically an online system used by Canadian government to manage application for several economic programs. Marami kasing program na ginagamit ng Canada para maging permanent resident dito. So there are federal skilled worker, Federal Skilled Trades, Canadian Experience Class, Provincial Nominee Program, at marami pang iba. Okay? Hindi lang siya isang single immigration program lang. It's more like a system where eligible candidates enter a pool. So may mga ano yan, parang magke-create ka ng account sa Express Entry and then at the end of the application, it will give you a point. So, candidates are ranked based on different factors. So, ito na nga yung tinatawag na CRS. CRS can be affected by age, education, language ability, work experience, and other factors. So, may mga invitation rounds ang ginagawa si Canada. And you just have to qualify or you just have to reach that point that is being drawn by IRCC. And when you have reached, for example, sa Canadian Experience Class, there are draws for 516. So, dapat 516 yung score mo sa CRS para makareceive ka ng invitation to apply. So, paano ko tataasan? Paano ko tataasan yung CRS ko? So, dito, mangyayari yung proposed overhaul ng IRCC kasi nga may gagawing pagbabago. And we have already seen those changes dun sa ginawa ng IRCC na announcement early in 2026. For example, they have recently introduced medical doctors with Canadian work experience, researchers, senior managers, transport occupation, and certain highly foreign military applications. So, targeted talaga ang ginagawa nila ngayon sa express entry. Okay? So, makikita natin yung direksyon ng express entry na ngayon na hindi lang basta-basta sila kumukuha ng mga immigrants or ng mga tao sa labas ng bansa, kundi they are into targeted occupation. Okay? They want immigrants with skills and experience that match Canada's economic needs. So there are four major areas we need to understand about this. So the first one is going to be the high wage occupations. This is probably one of the biggest things people are going to this is one of the biggest things people are going to be talking about. Under the proposal, Canada is considering a new high wage occupation factor in the CRS. So kung noon tinanggal nila yung points para sa mga LMIA at dun sa mga supervisor position, kung maaalala natin, last year tinanggal yung points para sa LMIA at dun sa mga tao na humahawak ng isang managerial position. Kasi dati, kapag may LMIA ka and at the same time meron kang manager position sa isang kumpanya, then there is an additional of 200 points in your CRS. So, napakalaking bagay nun. Okay? Pero ngayon, may plano sila na ibalik yung high wage occupation factor na nag-a-apply para sa mga may mga matataas na sweldo. Okay? So, the idea is that candidates connected to occupation earning above the national median wage could receive additional consideration. So, ano ba yung national median wage? For example, here in BC, the last time or the last median wage that I knew about was $34. Parang ganyan, $34. So, kung ang salary mo is above $34, that's not an accurate as of the moment, okay? Kasi hindi ko na alam kung ano ang median wage as of this moment. But for example, it's $34. So, kung above $34 ang ino-offer sa'yo ng isang employer, then most probably, you can qualify for the high wage occupation factor na ibinibigay ngayon or na posibleng mangyaring pagbabago sa CRS. So, may magtatanong, what if I don't have it? I don't have the high wage position. Hindi na ba ako pwede makasali sa express entry? Wala namang sinabi na ganyan. It only means that most probably, or that is one of the factors that could actually increase your CRS score. Okay? So, hindi ibig sabihin na low salary, no PR. Okay? Canada is just considering putting more weight on economic outcomes and high wage occupation. Pangalawang pagbabago is job offer could be important again. So, ito nga yung sinasabi ko kanina na before, there was 50 plus points or 200 plus point, I'm not sure, na pwedeng idagdag sa iyong CRS score kung naka-receive ka ng job offer from an employer here in Canada. But potentially, they are going to add this again. So, for example, if you have a Canadian employer, you have a qualifying job, and your occupation falls within a qualifying high-wage category, under the proposal, that could potentially help your CRS ranking. So, magkakaroon ka ulit ng additional point for job offer. So, instead of simply asking, do you have Canadian experience, Canada may increasingly be asking, what kind of work are you doing and how economically valuable is that occupation? Paano yan makakatulong? For example, if you're an engineer, healthcare, teacher, skilled trades, or another professional occupation is not just the job title, but the actual requirements and the occupation classification under whatever final rules Canada eventually adopts. Again, proposal pa lang ito, okay? Hindi pa natin alam na kung lahat ba na mabibigyan ng job offer is magkakaroon ng additional points sa CRS or may NOC lang. NOC, ito yung parang classification ng job mo. For example, for me, I'm an early childhood educator and my NOC is 42202. Yeah. Yan ang NOC as an early childhood educator. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Pero as far as I know, that's my NOC. All right. So number 3 is Canadian work experience may no longer be the major advantage. So before kasi kapag meron ka ng experience dito sa Canada, then there will be a possibility that you'll be drawn for express entry. So hindi lang siya yung nagma-matter or magma-matter pa rin siya pero hindi na ganun kalaki unlike before. Foreign work experience would continue to have recognition. So, for example, if you are a person who's currently in the Philippines and you have several years of skilled work experience, strong English or French, good education, have an occupation that Canada needs, just like a nurse, an engineer, IT professionals, teacher, accountant, managers, skilled tradespeople, and many others. Do not assume that Canadian experience is the only path to becoming competitive. So which means na nagmamatter pa rin yung job nyo currently. Kahit pa kayo nasa labas ng bansa. As long as yan yung mga targeted applications sa express entry. So, na-cover naman natin lahat yan sa previous video natin when it comes to what are the in-demand occupation. Kasi nga minsan, marami pa rin talaga nagtatanong na gusto ko lang talaga makapasok yan sa Canada kahit anong job lang. Or kahit kahit ano lang, kahit dishwasher. Kasi kahit sino naman pwede gumawa ng halimbawa, dishwasher. Or there are jobs here na napakadali lang. For example, yung mga kitchen worker, yung mga minsan may mga din dito, yung mga nagtatrabaho sa warehouse, yan. Kahit sino, kahit wala ka namang background or kahit wala ka namang sigurong education na nababagay dun sa kasi tayo mga Pilipino, adaptable tayo, 'di ba? Lahat ng job kakayanin natin para sa ating mga pamilya. Pero laging kong sinasabi na if you really would like to come here to Canada, make sure na hanapin nyo yung mga in-demand occupation. Okay? Yung mga in-demand, yung mga, for example, yung kagaya nga nasabi ko, mga engineer, teachers, skilled trades, butcher, agriculture, yan. Diyan tayo mag-focus ng paghahanap. Kasi, kung bato lang tayo ng bato ng resume, kahit na nakalagay pa doon, no experience required or no education required, kung hindi yan in-demand occupation, napakahirap pumasok niyan. Kasi nga, libo-libong tao ang nag-a-apply dyan. Libo-libo yung kakompetensya nyo. Hindi lang sa Pilipinas, kundi buong mundo. Okay? Maraming tao ang gustong pumunta rito. Alright? So, the next one is some existing CRS factors could change. So, there are some factors that may be eliminated or may be modified. For example, the French language proficiency bonus. Kasi kapag bilingual ka dito, let's say for example, if you submitted your CELPIP or your English or your IELTS together with your French certificate like your TCF or TEF exam, and you get na-maximize nyo yung point nyo sa both of the scores, then there will be a French language proficiency bonus of 50 points. Okay? Parang ganyan. So, mas tataas lalo ang score. So, sa pagbabago nga na mangyayari, baka maalis or imo-modify nila. So, Canadian post-secondary education, having a sibling in Canada. So, as far as I know, there is an additional point if you have a sibling. Meron kang kapatid dito. And spousal points. Okay? Normally, sa spousal points, bumababa siya. as far as I know, instead na may mga factor na tumataas, may mga factor na bumababa yung score kapag kasama mo yung spouse mo dito. Okay? So, relax lang tayo. It's not as if we're saying that French is no longer important. Hindi naman sinasabi dito na tatanggalin nilang lahat. Then we just have to wait. Okay? Canada is considering changing or modifying. So what does it mean for Filipinos? So I'm not saying that these are good news for Filipinos, and I'm not also saying that these are bad news for us Filipinos. It's actually not that simple. Kasi nga, there are so much factors that affect the CRS score. For example, your language skill, your education, your relevant work experience, at marami pang iba. So the thing is, for now, if you are planning or kung ikaw yung tao na kararating lang dito sa Canada or planning to move to Canada as a permanent resident right away, then you have to improve your language score. Okay? Build valuable work experience. Yung nasa in-demand occupation. Okay? Understand your occupation. So, pag sinabi bang pag sinabi bang accountant ka, automatic, accountant ka na rin dito. Yung make sure na yung job title mo is pareho dun sa job title na hinahanap ng Canada or job related work experience. Okay? Definitely do not ignore provincial nominee programs. So there are so much provincial nominee program that nominate candidates for express entry as well. Okay? Kasi may additional 600 points yan. For example, if your occupation is in demand, hindi man siya in demand dun sa buong federal express entry, then most probably in demand naman siya dun sa probinsya. Then, at naka-receive ka ng ITA, and definitely you receive an invitation nomination certificate, then that's an additional 600 points, which will definitely boost up your CRS. Okay? So if you are preparing for an actual PR application, make sure you're looking at the current official requirements and not just some false hope na sinasabi sa inyo na, sige, mag-apply kayo dito sa Canada like an international student and eventually you'll become a PR. Wala pong ganyan, Mars. Okay? So this video is for information and discussion. And immigration rules can change and individual circumstances are different. All right. So these proposed changes are not yet finalized, okay? We need to wait for the final regulations and official IRCC instructions before knowing exactly how the new system will work or kung ano ang pwede natin gawin or the next steps that we can do to improve our CRS. So Canada is changing the way it thinks about economic immigration. Okay, so what do you think about this video? What is your occupation and what is your current CRS? Paki-comment nga po dyan sa baba. So if you like this video and gusto mo mapanood yung mga video na kagaya nito, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe into my channel. At laging tatandaan, hindi kailangan maraming pera, basta may peace of mind. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Finding our rhythm in this glorious land.